Welcome everybody, welcome back to the Black Ice. Now today, actually yesterday, a couple of friends who I have given this build to asked me to put this build or do this build and show it because they love it, they score all the time with it. This is a power forward build. This build is made for scoring, and well, if you watch my other video, you know I would choose this build if it played better defense or if checking didn't have to be such a big part of his defense, because the poke check stinks. No matter how high you have it, it warps through people's puck control. It doesn't do much, you know. But this build scores and scores and keeps on scoring after you finished. So let's go into it. Actually, there's been a bunch of changes, because even though you watch other build videos out there, they'll show you 3 different builds, but the only thing that changes is the attributes. It's false. It's just false. It's not the only thing that changes, because it's not the only thing that dictates to get the best player out of that build that you're doing. So, you know how I feel about offensive awareness, puck control, and wrist shot accuracy. It just doesn't do much. So that remains constant. Let me go through them. I'm not going to explain the boost equipment, to what slots I have them in. You can see them on the screen. You see I have 8 in hand-eye, you see them on the screen. You can mimic them, or copy them onto your own. So deking 86, hand-eye 90, offensive awareness 65, passing 77, puck control 65, slash shot accuracy 82, slash shot power 90, and those are for one-timers. If this is your first time here. Wrist shot accuracy 65 and wrist shot power 92. Now the power strength is the most important attributes in this game if you're planning on scoring or standing up to check or delivering check. That's just the way it is. Now this is where this change starts to take place. Before, I didn't put anything disciplined because, well, I don't check that much and I like to poke check. So that's why I like using the grinder build. But for this guy, you've got to check if you want to play some semblance of defense. But discipline affects your checking, so it affects you from taking elbowing penalties, the charging, that while you're checking in the corner, it affects that because it helps you don't take as many of those types of penalties. So for this guy, you're going to need a discipline. So let's start off. Aggressiveness 86, body check 85, defensive awareness 65, useless, discipline 85, face-off 65, fighting 65, shot blocking 85, stick checking 79. Now stick checking, like I said before, no matter how high you have it, they don't allow, because it's a power forward build, they don't allow the build itself to play good defense and poke checking. Now, there might be a number where you can find, if somebody out there's found it, that works really well. For instance, the sniper build, the best poke checking, probably in this game, it's 75. So if you use sniper, 75 is the best poke checking. He'll actually poke it and bring it to himself. I get a lot of breakaways when I use a sniper build. And the other changes comes in the athleticism category. Now, normally I don't put anything on agility, but because of this power forward build, he's not smaller like my other builds. He's bigger. So the more you increase in height, the more agility you want to have, because the radius of the turns change. Or you can put the 9-inch and 11-inch skates on, but I wouldn't recommend that because then you lose so much in speed from not putting on the 13. Let's go through it. Acceleration 89, agility 75, balance 91, durability 65. He's a big, strong guy. He's not going to get hurt as often. Endurance 83, speed 90, strength 90. Now, the biggest changes on what I think dictate builds is when we go to your player. Now, I have only changed the attributes aspect. I haven't changed the height, weight, and so forth and so on my guy from the grinder yet. But I'm going to show you what it entails, because there's a huge difference in acceleration from the power forward. The power forward, they want you to be bigger. If you don't make a power forward bigger, you lose a lot from what the EA thinks the player should be. So, as you can see, my guy right now is 5'8", 165, which is where I use my grinder at. The stick is 80 with bin neutral. But when I use this on my power forward, it's not as effective. He misses the net more. He hits the post a lot more. and the shot is stronger, but he'll miss so much more, and I'm not sure why. I'm not sure why. I'm hitting every shot right now, so I'm not proving a point. But also his strides. It takes a lot longer for his strides to get up to acceleration mode. Whereas the acceleration we want, it's supposed to be choppy right away, and it's the shot's not very strong. His acceleration takes a long time for him to keep his hand off the stick. Let me go back this end and show you what I mean in terms of acceleration. When you're shorter, it takes him a longer time for him to take his hand off and go into that acceleration mode. See, he's skating, 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 and now he kicks in with his pure acceleration without you actually hitting the hustle and going in hard. Now, this is the height and weight that's preferable and best for this guy. 6'1", 185. 185, you stand up to checks and you knock people on their butts crazy. 6'1", the acceleration kicks in quicker, and your feet move quicker, and your guy gets that burst quicker. Now the stick also changes because at 5'8", when you're in game, I mean at the 80 flex on 5'8", it works because you are smaller, you can curl it, it works for you. But for a bigger guy, it has to be 90 and the slightly open. Why? Because then the shot becomes more powerful, more accurate, and he misses the net least. So let me go in and let me show you what I mean in terms of acceleration. Like right off the bat, you see him going fast, and then the shot itself, you won't miss the net. And when you do your timing right, and the shot is just so much more powerful, just so much more powerful. I'm going through all of this quickly. What you do in here doesn't necessarily dictate in the game, and the game is so much different than actually what you do in here. But I'm just showing you like what you can take from here. So the shot is so much more powerful. You don't have to do as much. Now, the biggest part about being 6'1" is acceleration. It takes him least amount of time. Like when you turn around and you're going, he is going to go into that shot at least 5 yards quicker, 5 feet quicker, whatever you want to say. He's going to go into the hand off the stick, the acceleration a whole lot quicker. He's going to go into it. The 5'8" guy did it at center ice. He does it at your blue line. That's what makes this guy different. And his shot is so much more powerful. And he can go hit. I'd say if you want to take, when you go into the zone, you take a quick shot, this is the guy to do it with. His shot is crazy powerful. It's more accurate when you're in the game. You don't have to do much for it to be effective. You really don't. And as I said, I'm saying that I'm missing that like crazy. But trust me on this, when you try it in game, it'll be what you want. He's a goal scorer. He's a goal scorer in game. The one-timers are insane. The goalie has to make that desperation save every time. Again, everybody, welcome to the Black Ice. Hopefully the tips work for you. Drop me a line if you want, asking about other builds, but because I use a lot of other builds. I mean, I don't really use the Playmaker as much, nor do I use the two-way. It's usually grinder power forward, sniper because of the stick checking and that stuff in the shot. So subscribe, like, let me know what you think. Trust me, this build will help you score goals. The point of playing this game. Win games too, but score goals. Thank you everybody and welcome to the Black Ice.